Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming a kind of chatty sit down, get ready with me. It's super rainy outside, so the lighting's really crappy. So I'm using artificial lighting, so if the lighting's a little bit weird, that's why. I just thought I'd let you guys know because obviously, ooh, there's lightning. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of film a casual get ready with me video. Nothing too fancy. I think I'm gonna kind of play around with my peach palette and my Modern Renaissance palette and kind of see if I can make like a fun peachy pinky color type thing for that. The first thing I need to do is put in my contacts, so I'm gonna quickly do that and then I will be right back. The first thing I'm gonna be using is the Hangover RX Primer by Too Faced. I just got this a little bit ago. I've used it maybe for a month now, I'd say, and it's good. I like it. My skin is a lot oilier in the summer, and it's more acne prone, I guess. Not really oilier, but I know I'm gonna love this a lot in the winter to kind of make sure that everything is super moisturized. There's a woman with a dog running by. Hi, dog. I know I'm gonna love this in the winter time because it's super moisturizing and that's super nice. I also am breaking out a ton. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you know, it's your girl's time of the month. We don't question it. It's fine. But I'm gonna put on the Matte and Poreless Maybelline Fit Me. It is in the shade 110, which is way too dark for me in my non-tanner months, but since I'm slightly tanner, I think it works well with me. I don't have to add any white into my foundation, which is super nice because I always have to do that because your girl does not have shades that match her. I'm telling ya, it's not fun, but I'm just gonna apply this to my face. I don't have a mirror, so I'm using the viewfinder, and I'm sorry about it. I know it's annoying whenever people look in the viewfinder when they're doing their makeup. Actually, I'll just grab a mirror. There we go. So I'm just gonna kind of put a really thin layer that's everywhere. I don't like to have a ton of foundation on my face in the summer because I always sweat it off and that's never fun for me. I don't know, it's just one of those things where I don't want to have more makeup on my face than I need to, but I also want to be able to have enough that I don't feel like I'm naked. Because sometimes I always question if I should even put on makeup because I'll sweat it off, or it's just really hot out and I don't want to have my skin have like all this product on it. So I try my best to wear less foundation if I can. So I typically just put like a pretty thin layer on, just like literally a dot on all sides of my face, and then sometimes I'll go back and just kind of add where I need a little bit more coverage, which is typically on my chin because your girl's a mess. I don't know why my chin hates me recently, but just to put a little bit more coverage, cover up a little bit of redness, which is typically around my nose. But you know, sometimes you just gotta accept your redness for what it is, especially on my chin because she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Next, I have 3 concealers I typically use. I always use my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair under my eyes. I use the N07 7 degrees, I don't know what this is, Radiant Glow Concealer in the shade 10, or the Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair. So I typically use these for different things. This I always use under my eyes. I typically also put it on my eyelids because the less products I have to use in the summer, the better. But I just typically put this on. Sometimes if I'm not wearing foundation, I'll just put this like up my nose, like on my forehead and on my chin, just to kind of cover up all my problem areas. But for now, I'm just gonna put it under my eyes to try to get rid of, or at least reduce some of the dark circles. I have been sleeping awfully. Like I've been like doing this thing where I'll stay up as late as I like possibly can reading, and then I'll sleep in till like 1 in the afternoon, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I don't know why I do it, and it's super bad because then I don't get anything done until like 1:30, like 2, which is like half your day. And then it just becomes cyclical and I'm up all the time and it's just a mess. It's a mess. And then anyways, I take the N7 Radiant Concealer and typically just put this on my acne. I know this is more of like an under eye radiance is what you would think, but I love that it really, since it has a brush tip, it can really get around like acne scars and stuff to like shape with your face, which I really love, as well as it is buildable. It's not like too cakey, which I really appreciate. So I typically just put that anywhere where I have like acne scarring or anything, just kind of to cover everything up, try to fix all my imperfections the best I can. Cheeks are acne free. It's also cool because with this little combination you can still see my freckles coming through because it's not too heavy, which I really appreciate. But you know, to each their own. I know that a bunch of people love drawing on freckles, which I also like. I think it's cute. Some people have problems with it, but I think it's cute. But yeah, pretty much for like my acne, it's just like some of it shows through, and then I say to myself, okay, people know it exists. It's not like I'm trying to convince anyone that I have perfect skin over here, because I don't, especially recently. I'm working on that. I actually finally have a skincare routine that I'm like loving, which is great. And it's taken me so long to get to a point where I have a skincare routine, like what I would consider a skincare routine with multiple steps and like multiple products. But since I have it, I really love it. And I want to do a video on that, so let me know if you guys would want to see that or would be interested in kind of like what I do for like lazy girl skincare, because it's not like it's like I have 55 steps and it's like $1 million worth of skincare. I have some nicer stuff, I have some drugstore stuff, it just like all comes together. I've been using my Anastasia Brow Wiz pretty much religiously these past couple weeks and like pretty much since I got it, but the past couple days I've been using my Ka-Brow by Benefit again in the shade 2, which I've really been liking because I haven't been wearing my glasses as much recently, and it gives me slightly more like dramatic fluffy brows instead of just like filled in brows. I don't know. I don't really know which one I like better, but I've been digging this one recently. So I'll do this one today just so you guys can kind of like see what's up. My brows are crap, and I'm sorry if I've been holding this in front of my face this entire time, but I can't really see. So I'll try my best to like angle. But yeah, I typically, there's a bug on my light. I'll mess with that. But anyways, I typically just draw like a line underneath my brows and just kind of set a boundary for where my brows are gonna be. And then I typically do the same on the top. I just kind of give it a general guideline to where I want it to be and fill it in. It's pretty boring stuff. I don't really do a ton with my brows. I just kind of fill in the sparse areas, which isn't always great whenever I like go out in the sunlight and then I'm like, oh, I missed a part. I'm also filming this in front of a giant window, so like my entire family can just casually like walk by the window. I have family in town, so they can just walk by and see me filming myself. You know, there's no shame in that in the game. There's no shame. You know, maybe they want to learn how to do their eyebrows too. You never know. I mean, not that I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I typically at the ends just try to like fill in some of it. I kind of have sparse, I keep saying that, sparse inner brow area. So I just kind of fill it in as much as I can to make it look like I have something going on over there. And then I just leave it like that. Like you can see the difference. It's definitely a lot more filled in. It just looks like I actually put effort into what's going on. I'm starting to get a pretty good dent into this eyebrow gel. Is that what this is called? Pomade? Pomade. So that's good. I feel like I never see like any progress in any of my makeup besides my brow products, which is really interesting. Like brow pencils and stuff go by so fast, I feel like, while eyeliner for me, like I have one eyeliner for like 52 years and I'm still like, we're kicking here, guys. Anyways, my right brow sucks. Luckily it's sisters not twins, guys, but she's a little rough. She's a little rough. So we try to give her some extra TLC and hope that she kind of like figures herself out. She's like the dysfunctional black sheep in the family. We love her, but we all know she's problematic. No one's fooled. No one's fooled. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my brows. For now, I typically go in either with a clear brow gel, which is what I always do with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, because it just sometimes adds a little bit, but it just kind of like keeps them in place. I don't know. Sometimes it worries me when I have a pencil that things are going to start like melting on my face. But right now I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow on my brows just to give them a little bit extra life to them, make them look a little bit more 3D. Sometimes they get a little excited at the edge, so I try to like clean that up, make myself look normal. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fluffy blending brush and just take the color Free Spirit in my Tartelette palette. This has become like my go-to shade for setting my concealer on my eyes or setting any type of basically primer I put on my eyes. It's like the perfect color. It's like slightly more yellow than my skin tone, so it really wakes up my eyes. And on days when I don't wear eyeshadow, I typically still like pop this on over a little bit of concealer so that I have something going on up there. It really brightens up my face, which I appreciate. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and I'm going to take the shade Georgia, which is the second shade from the left on the bottom row, and I'm just going to start working this into my crease. I really love these like pinky shades. I feel like they're really, really fun and bright. I wish there were more peach shades, as everyone does with the Sweet Peach palette, but I still love it. I actually thought I would love it a lot more because obviously the hype really got to me and I got really excited. I waited forever to get this stupid thing. When I finally got it, I was really disappointed with a lot of the shades. So that's kind of sad, but as a palette, I really enjoy it mixing it in with other shades like I am doing today, like with my Anastasia palette. I like having multiple kind of different other shades to mix in, and then I'm happy with it. But if I'm just using the Sweet Peach palette, I'm always really disappointed, which isn't exactly great for an eyeshadow palette, especially a high-end one. I mean, I could see it with like a drugstore palette having to mix in other shades, but I've seen e.l.f. shadows better than this. Don't get me wrong, some of the shades are absolutely stunning, but like I cannot get behind some of these. They don't look great. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go in with Bone Fresco from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's kind of like a purplier tone of what I just put on, and I wanted to just kind of work that into the crease a little bit, add a little bit of dimension and a little bit of more like cool tone to it, because the other pink I really used was very peachy. So it's just kind of adding a little bit more depth, you know, adding more to the look. And I'm also, whenever I put in things into my crease, I'm also working them into the outer like third of my eye, just because that's how my eye shape works and that's how you do. You can already like kind of see the difference. I know that this lighting's like kind of weird. I'm actually gonna scoot you forward. So I actually zoomed you guys in so you guys can kind of see the difference between the two with the Bone Fresco and without it. I'm just going to continue working that into the other eye so you can kind of see what's going on. So yeah, now that we kind of have like that blended all out, I'm trying to decide what I want to wear today. If I want to go in with something from the Sweet Peach palette or if I want to go in with something from the Modern Renaissance palette, but I'm kind of feeling the Modern Renaissance palette. So I want to do something kind of crazy today, I think. And let me just remind you that crazy for me is pretty much just like a normal eye look for most people, but I'm gonna go in with Love Letter, which is this super, super bright pink, and I'm just going to pack that on kind of like a dense eyeshadow brush and just pack that all over the lid. I hear my sister coming upstairs, so if she comes in here, that's a thing. Ooh, I need to wear this more often. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of bring this into the crease just a little bit, just so that there isn't a harsh line, and to start kind of blending it up. So you can kind of see that that is vibrant and beautiful. Also, you have to be really careful with these Anastasia shades because you can't like swirl your brush into them. You have to tap it in there because it just so much pigment comes up. So yeah, that's kind of like a harsher line. So I'm gonna take a clean blending brush that has nothing on it and just start kind of blending the edges of that so it doesn't look super crazy. Oh my god, have I been like out of the shot this entire time? If so, I'm real sorry. Oh, that's embarrassing. So yeah, I just kind of start blending that all to just kind of give it a more blended, cohesive look instead of it just being like a harsh thing on my eye. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go back in here with the same brush that I used, but this time I'm going to take a mix of Love Letter and a little bit of Bone Fresco just to kind of soften up and just start putting it on the outer third of my lower lash line, like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Because I didn't set my under eye, I'm going to actually take this Shape Tape and I'm just going to put it over here to kind of clean up the edges of this. I'm gonna take my Beauty Blender to do this. I don't wanna make like a harsh line, I just wanna kind of give it a cleaner look so that the pink doesn't go out too far, because that can sometimes make you look like you're like really tired or really sick. It's like as Lindsay Rem says, who's like one of my fave YouTubers, it's like wearable dead. It's not too much. It's still dead, but it's like wearable dead, you know? Okay, so the last thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my Nicole Guerrera Glow Kit and I'm going to take the color Kitty Cat, which is this beautiful pink shade, and I'm just going to be putting this on the center of my lid, not wanting to wet a brush or use a brush or anything. I just want to use my finger and just kind of like tap it on the center and begin kind of making this more of a glittery look instead of like a pink matte. I want it to have kind of an iridescence to it. A lot of people hate this glow kit. I actually love it. I just think it kind of depends how you put on the shades, if they are glittery or not. But I also love using them as eyeshadows because they are so pretty. And I'm actually gonna go back in with that crease brush I used and take more Bone Fresco and then still more of that Georgia shade. Is that what that's called? Yeah, Georgia from the Sweet Peach palette, and just start working that back into the crease to take back its reign. put shimmer shades like the Nicole Guerrero shade that I put on, it makes it like a lot less intense and makes it a lot more of like a wearable purple pink smoky eye, which is still pretty intense for a lot of people, like for day to day, but I think for the summer it's really fun. Before I go in and set all my stuff, I'm gonna quickly make sure that my concealer has increased. No, she good. She good. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more tape shape though, because whenever you have like purple shades in your eyelids, I always wanna make sure that the purple in my under eyes is gone. I don't know if that's kind of weird, but I always like to make sure that I'm all nice and crisp so that I'm not, ew, tart shape tape on my hand. Anyways, but I like to make sure it's very like crisp and clean instead of like messy. Ain't nobody want that messy look. Nobody wants that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take my Cover FX translucent powder and I'm going to set everywhere I put concealer, so that's pretty much on all my acne, on under my eyes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Some days I would wear liquid eyeliner. I've been really loving this Yate Fierce Fleeks eyeliner. It's really, really dark. It's like very black. It's great, I love it a lot, but I don't really want to do a wing right now for some reason, so I'm just gonna go with a coat or two of mascara. So I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and then put on 2 coats of mascara. First things first, I'm using the Mad Lash by The Balm. I'm actually using a little sample that I got in my Ipsy, but I just wanted to say, I made a blog recently. I haven't really posted on it a ton yet, but I'm gonna be using it when I go off to college to kind of like follow me to college and stuff. I'm still gonna be posting YouTube videos, but I also wanted this blog to kind of go on the more personal side of my YouTube channel, if that makes sense. So I can do more like get ready with me's or like, I don't know, Project Pan videos, stuff like that on my channel, and not have to worry about kind of like more personal stuff. I want to put that and like my college experience stuff on the blog. So I'm gonna leave a link to that down below if you guys want to see that. And I also have I'll put a link to a blog post I wrote about why I took a break from YouTube and kind of what I want to continue to do on this channel. I would love to hear you guys' suggestions if you want to comment down below. Some things you would like to see on this channel. I would love to know what you guys would like to see, because I'm just kind of posting what I want to do, and I would love to kind of accommodate a mix of what I want to do and also what you guys want to do. So I'm gonna let that first coat dry. While that's drying, I'm going to take my bronze booster from Physicians Formula. It's this bronzer that I've been loving recently because I actually kind of have a tan, so I can use a darker bronzer. And I'm just gonna kind of bronze up my face a little bit. I never bronze my face, and recently I've gotten so into it. Like, not like Jersey Shore level into it, but like, I've been putting on some bronzer, okay? I like how it looks. For blush, I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl True Blend brush in the shade medium? Is that true? Oh, it has a giant M on the front. I think that means medium, I think, maybe. So let's just go with that. I'm gonna put this just on the apples of my cheeks. It's a very like, thinking like a blushier blush. Okay, it's blush. Basically, it's just like a pinkier version of Milani Luminosa, which I really love, and it's very like easy to blend out, so you can kind of add a bunch and you don't look like a clown, which your girl loves because she loves blush. Especially when I have such pink eyes like this, I like to be able to kind of match that look on my cheeks. So the next thing I'm gonna do is add that second coat of mascara. So there's that second coat on. So before I put any highlighter or lipstick on, I'm just gonna quickly spray my face with the NYX Matte Finish. So that's all has time to settle in. Okay, so my camera died, but I'm back. What's up? I was trying to put on this NARS lip thing, so I'm gonna put that on, see what you guys think. I also realized that my forehead was cut off from the entire video, so that's super annoying, and I'll try to fix it for next time, make sure that I'm in shot. Then the last thing I'm going to do is put on highlighter. So today I'm going to be using my MAC Soft and Gentle, which is becoming a re-favorite of mine, which I forgot about how much I love this thing because I used it a lot before highlight was like super big, but it is like stunning and makes me glow so hard. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it kind of turned into less of a talky like life update. It turned more into like a tutorial, which, you know, sometimes it's how things go. It's just kind of what I was in the mood for today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you do, please comment down below so I know to make more of them. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.